take your permission just to say uh, a huge thanks to Zee Studio, Sharik Patel, Asima, and the entire team who is present here. It's been a long journey with them, and also Z5, Manish Kalra, and their entire PR team here. They've always taken great care of me. And yes, we fight a lot. I fight a lot with their team in finding the right way of promoting the film, or finding the right groove. But I must tell you one thing: I don't do anything. I just try to be a sincere slave to my director. In this case, Aban Barusha Devhans, who's been my friend for many years. Also because Kiran Devhans, who's sitting here quietly. And believe me, no matter how well things go, Kiran will always have some problem there. But the great cinematographer of this, the great cinematographer of this country, who's given me a chance to work with another fantastic cinematographer, Pooja Gupte, second time. Second time I'm collaborating with her. And finding such women force on the set, including Prachi there. And coming from the last one, season 1, the edition 1, Sahil Ved and Vakar Sheikh. It was great collaborating. I mean, for me, it's going back to the same set of the people that you loved working with. I don't do anything extra. We just try to focus on the job and the demand of the job and the instruction which is coming from the director, in this case, Avan. But you know what was so fascinating for me? That in the last one, the girl Yagnik, what was her full name? Pooja. Garima Yagnik. She was superlative, and she was so young. She was so fascinating. She was so hardworking, and usually I don't get into the casting, but I was keeping my finger crossed that they will cast very well for Dinka's role and Parul's role, and the confidence that these two have shown was quite mesmerizing. Parul is going to be quite a surprise in this film, and Dinkar, is going to be so fascinating for the audience. He's coming from theatre, and Parul, the kind of confident lady that she is, I've only been watching her on Instagram, and she's been quite good. I mean, she has to tell me how to do that. But yes, it has been a fascinating journey. I have been only learning. सबसे पहले तो मैं आपको बताऊं कि जब भी आप दूसरा सीजन या दूसरा एडिशन कर रहे होते हैं, you have to revisit the first one. Because eventually what happens that there is a gap, and you have moved on from there. You have grown as an actor, you have grown as a person. But there are few basic elements that you have done in the previous one. You should not leave that, because that is the crux of the character. Even the character is coming after such a long gap, so he is also going to be a person or the character with the growth. But there are basic things, basic qualities or the disadvantages of the character that you should always keep, not to leave it behind. When I was doing it, I watched the first one firsthand, tried to remind myself what I have done and what I should do now, because there is a certain part of Avinash Verma which is not heavily touched upon by the writer and director. Not even in the first one, not even in the second one. But that's the seed of his character. And the character's journey is taken from there. My anger, my loneliness, the character's loneliness, is coming from there. So that I kept on reminding myself. Whenever I was sitting on the set, I kept on reminding myself about the backstory or the personal story of this man, where he's coming from. I kept on reminding myself, and now he's on the job. So mostly when you see him, he's on the job. There is a very 2% that Aban has given to Avinash Verma uh, about his other side that audience get to see. But that is the seed of his making.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, that was the basic base of my character.
You know, I mean, the minute I got the call, at least, I was like, absolutely, when? And, you know, there are some things about the role, like Manoj sir said, which of course you have to revisit. But personally, I felt that there are so many things that beautifully come to you when you're in motion. So your body language from the first film, you know, which is sort of muscle memory, it comes back to you on the second or the third or the fourth day. The camaraderie that we share, I think that bond is so great that the second time around, we were genuinely great friends on the set. And that just made our job easier. So every time we were within a scene, nobody had to worry about breaking the ice or getting to know another, none of that. I mean, I think we were kind of able to bring in that friendship on screen because all of us bonded really well off screen. And this time around, I think we knew Aban ma'am that well, where we kind of know where she's coming from. When we're executing scenes, we know her working style, all of that. I think that really added to it because genuinely this time there was a lot more work. There are so many murders happening and there's that much more work to do. I mean, we are all on our toes. So yeah, this time I think that friendship helped, but also, yes.
It's not every day you get to hear so many murders happening. We can't wait to...
Just a regular cop life, guys.
He has intense eyes, and first of all, he looks at you, and then he's like, "ये question seriously पूछ रहा है या मजाक में पूछ रहा है?" And then he gauges it, and then he realizes कि नहीं यार, ये दिल से सवाल पूछ रहा है. And then he goes, "साहिल, ऐसे करो." And then it happens. Be it life, be it the film, be it anything. He has answers. He's our sensei.
See, as Prachi also said, it was not very difficult because हम लोग Silence 1 करके आए थे. So the characters are the same. And we've gelled so nicely in Silence 1. So there was no breaking ice again. We bonded as if जहाँ से छोड़ा था वहीं से शुरू किया. We know Aban ma'am's style of direction. Characters, we've already played that character. And for me personally, my biggest kick is standing in the same frame with Mr. Bajpayee. मतलब इससे बड़ा कुछ और हो ही नहीं सकता है. आप एक कंप्लीट इंस्टीट्यूशन के साथ एक ही फ्रेम में खड़े हो, इससे बड़ा मेरे लिए अचीवमेंट कुछ नहीं है. एंड इट जस्ट मेक्स योर जॉब वेरी इजी व्हेन यू वर्किंग विद हिम. एंड स्क्रिप्ट्स इतनी डिटेल्ड है कि आपको बहुत ज़्यादा सोचना नहीं है. आप जस्ट बी विद योर कैरेक्टर दैट यू प्लेड इन साइलेंस 1, कंटिन्यू विद दैट सेम ऑनेस्टी, एंड दैट्स इट, गेट्स वेरी ईजी. और हम लोग तो आधा टाइम आओ में रहते हैं, सर से हवाई सवाल पूछते रहते हैं कि कैसे कर लेते हो.
I also feel that I didn't say it, but then sensei.
No, they were all fantastic. In fact, I would say that Manoj would put on his moustache, he would wear his jacket, and he was ACP Avinash Verma. And then he was the badass cop. He was the one, who will not tolerate nonsense. He will look at you with that intense eyes, and all of them would react like little mice the minute he looks like that. So yeah, but we had so much fun on the set, and like they were mentioning, there was so much camaraderie. The actors knew their characters, so that made my part so much easier for the second installment. So character-wise, that was the thing. This was, of course, a more, I would say, more difficult film because it had more layers. Other characters as well were more complex. So for him, I think it was the whole thing was like an onion, where ACP Avinash Verma had to peel off every layer till he reached
Yeah.
So I'd like to
because
work with you.
chicken
Work for you.
lollipop. I know. I always try to find it on every set, but they fail to give it to me. But Kiran, thank you very much for chicken lollipops.
The one put it very simply that the way the whole thing happened, but the more we went through the shooting, we realized that it is not a very simple film. It's a very intricate and interactive silence too now. And I don't know how she writes it because it's damn difficult to write murder mystery. There are very few female, I think, writers and directors, and it's a very difficult genre because the audience is interacting continuously with the film. So I think the chicken lollipop was just to ease the tension on the set. On the set, as a DOP, as a producer, all of us, everybody from the cast and crew, first AD, second AD, everybody was like a friend to Manoj. Like the first AD, Tanya and Dev and all this gang, they were like not afraid of speaking to Manoj. Normally when the star of his level is on the set, there's a hush hush and, you know, before you suggest him something, you think twice. But here it was really no wall. Whether it's director talking to him or the third AD speaking to him.
All the actors, the cast, crew, he would fool around with everybody. So there was never a moment where we felt, oh my God, Manoj has come on the set. We would only get stressed, when? Because when the call time would be like 8 o'clock and Manoj would arrive at 7. Oh. And we're like, what? He's already there? And then we're like, oh shit, go fast.
I have to add one thing. Like before Silence 1 was made, when the script was ready and I think that was COVID time, we went and narrated to Ashima. And normally just a normal thriller is okay, but this is a little difficult script. So we were a little skeptical कि क्या होगा, Ashima को पसंद आएगी नहीं आएगी. But one narration, I think she was green lighting it, which was, a little surprise, and we were happy about it because these kind of projects don't get greenlit so easily. And Manoj had greenlit also. So I think the more people write this kind of stuff, you'll have a variety of cinema. Exactly. And there are actors like Manoj accepting it because he's changing every time.
Really, year is looking really exciting for us. We have a great lineup. Manoj is a part of many of them. We have I always call that Manoj is the superstar of OTT. So, yeah, she asked that Manoj is the face of Z. Yeah, I was like, yeah, he is the face of Z. So why not? So anyway, it's a great lineup with amazing actors, with some great plots. We have a mix of good originals, which are OCs and web series, as well as movies and theatrical. So you will kind of see a amazing, exciting lineup from Z5, and customers would be hopefully very interested and excited. Yeah.
अच्छा, दो तरीके के चुप्पी आपने एक बात की चुप्पी दो तीन तरीके की होती है. पहली ये होती है कि जब आप जीवन में आपके तूफान आ रहे होते हैं, तो मेरा हमेशा मानना है कि बेसमेंट में जाना बहुत अच्छा रहता है, क्योंकि तूफान घर को लेके चला जाएगा. बेसमेंट में अगर आप रहेंगे तो आपको नहीं छू पाएगा. बेसमेंट का मतलब वो ये होता है कि चुप होकर के अपनी यात्रा को सोचना और देखना कि आपने क्या सही किया और क्या गलत किया, क्योंकि तूफान के साथ में आप छाती खोल के खड़ा नहीं रह सकते हैं. ज़्यादा सही होता है कि आप अपने अंदर झांक के देखें कि आपने क्या सही किया, क्या गलत किया. और जहाँ तक बात है दूसरे साइलेंस की, तो दूसरा साइलेंस ये होता है कि जब चीज़ें आपके आसपास बहुत ज़्यादा उलझ गई हों, तो आप बात करके उसको सुलझा नहीं कर सकते हैं. सारे पर्सपेक्टिव से उस चीज़ को देखना होता है और साइलेंटली उसको एनालाइज करना होता है, और तभी जाकर के आप किसी मकाम पे किसी कंक्लूजन में पहुंच सकते हैं. तो वो साइलेंस ये साइलेंस है, दूसरा वाला.
हाय सेंटर, मयूर हियर फ्रॉम बियॉन्ड बॉलीवुड. मेरा सवाल मनोज जी से है. सर, मैंने आपके एक इंटरव्यू में आपने बड़ी खूबसूरत बात कही थी कि सिनेमा से अगर वाकई अगर कुछ बदल सकता है तो वो है लोगों के हेयर स्टाइल. तो सर, अगर आप मेरी टाट देख पा रहे हो तो कुछ बता सकते हैं कि मुझे किसका हेयर स्टाइल फॉलो करना चाहिए? नहीं, वो पारुल वो चीज़ बेचती है. सिनेमा हमारे समय को रिफ्लेक्ट करता है. हमारे समय का मिरर हो सकता है, आईना हो सकता है.
सिनेमा मूवमेंट क्रिएट नहीं कर सकता है, सिनेमा मूवमेंट का पार्ट हो सकता है। इसीलिए मैंने हमेशा कहा कि सिनेमा अकेले कुछ नहीं बदलता है, सिनेमा एक आंदोलन का पार्ट हो सकता है, एक मूवमेंट का पार्ट हो सकता है। नहीं तो अगर आप देखें तो हर तरीके के लोगों ने, हर तरीके के शासक ने अपने अपने तरीके से सिनेमा या आर्ट फॉर्म को यूज़ किया है। तो आप क्या क्या बोलेंगे उसको, क्योंकि वो सिनेमा या कोई भी आर्ट फॉर्म उसका हिस्सा हो सकता है, कभी भी वो दिशा नहीं दिखा सकता है, वो मेरे समय को दिखा सकता है। जब अमिताभ बच्चन जी एंग्री मैन के तौर पे आए थे तो बेरोज़गारी थी, निराशावाद था, होपलेसनेस जिसको कहते हैं। उस समय आम आदमी को पता नहीं था कि अपने आप को वेंट आउट कैसे करे, कहाँ पे देखे। तो अमिताभ बच्चन जी में उन्होंने अपने आप को देखा और वहाँ पर उनकी फिल्में देख करके उन्होंने वेंट आउट किया। उनको लगा कि ये मैं हूँ जो सामने खड़ा है और वो दुनिया से, वो सिस्टम से लड़ रहा है। तो इसी तरीके से जब रोमांटिसिज्म का समय आता है तो शम्मी कपूर हुए और हमारे आपके समय में सलमान, शाहरुख और आमिर हुए। तो हम जो सिनेमा देखते हैं वो हमारे दौर का आईना होता है, वो खुद में कोई आंदोलन और या मूवमेंट नहीं होता है। सबसे पहले नाम याद, मतलब कोई इंसिडेंट याद आता हो मेरे जीवन में। मैं गांव का हूँ, तो हमारे गांव में दरोगा साहब जो थे वो सबसे बड़े आदमी हुआ करते थे। तो दरोगा साहब की अगर गाड़ी हमारे गांव घर पे लगती थी, वो चाहे भले ही चाय पीने आ रहे हों, लेकिन सबसे पहले हमारी फट जाती थी कि पता नहीं दरोगा साहब और उनके लोग क्यों आ गए। पुलिस के नाम से सबके, क्योंकि कानून और लॉ इन्फोर्समेंट का सबसे बड़ा काम उनके ऊपर होता है, तो सबसे बड़ी जिम्मेदारी उनके ऊपर होती है। तो अगर पुलिस की गाड़ी कहीं से गुजरती है और लोगों के अंदर में या तो एक अश्योरेंस होता है कि वो सुरक्षित हैं, या जो अगर आप कुछ भी ऐसा गलत काम कर रहे हैं तो आपको डर लगे कि आपके ऊपर खतरा है, तो ये एक बड़ी अच्छी बात है। हमारे अभी जब मैं गांव जाता हूं तो अपने लोकल हमारे जितने भी दरोगा साहब लोग हैं वो सब थाने के लोग सब मिलते हैं, एंड आई रियलाइज़ कि इन लोगों का काम कितना भारी है। लॉ इन्फोर्समेंट किसी भी इलाके में, जैसे मैं ओशिवारा के इलाके में हूँ, तो ओशिवारा के कभी पुलिस स्टेशन में ऐसे ही चाय पीने जाता हूँ और वहाँ पर पता चलता है कि किस किस तरीके के क्राइम हो रहे हैं और कैसे कैसे वो लोग डील कर रहे हैं। तब पता चलता है कि इनकी ज़िंदगी कितनी कठिन है, कि अपनी ज़िंदगी, अपने पूरे पर्सनल जीवन को, जो इनका जो व्यक्तिगत जीवन है उसको छोड़ के, उसको त्याग करके कंप्लीटली एक केस पे, पुलिस स्टेशन पे उनको लगे रहना पड़ता है। कभी कभी तो ऐसा होता है कि जैसे ही वो स्टेशन से अपने घर की तरफ गए, बीच से ही उनको बुला लिया जाता है। तो आप समझ सकते हैं कि उनका पर्सनल लाइफ कितना कितना अफेक्टेड होता है। तो फॉर मी देखिए, जो पुलिस लाइन के लोग हैं, पुलिस वाले जितने भी हैं, उनके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा सिंपैथी है। अगर आप मुझे इंसिडेंट्स बोलेंगे कि ये तो यहाँ पे पुलिस वाले ऐसे हुए, वहाँ पे पुलिस वालों ने ये कुछ गलत किया, तो यार वो एक्सेप्शन डजंट मेक द रूल फॉर मी। व्हाट आई नो, जो शूल करते हुए जो मैंने रिसर्च किया था, कि जो पुलिस वालों की ज़िंदगी है वो एक कमाल है कि पब्लिक में उनके लिए अनग्रेटफुलनेस है, लेकिन उनको दिन रात अपने परिवार के सुख को त्याग करके, अपना सुख को त्याग करके 24 घंटे वो आपके लॉ एनफोर्समेंट डिपार्टमेंट को संभालना पड़ता है। सो दिस इज़ हेल ऑफ अ जॉब, जो हम सोचते नहीं हैं। देयर आर फ्यू इंस्टेंसेस आप जहाँ पे कह सकते हैं कि पुलिस यहाँ पे पुलिस ने गलत किया, लेकिन देयर आर other 90% instances where you will see what, because of the police department, that we have always been feeling safe.